Me too. Spanish Club officers should meet with Mrs. Waymeyer before the end of school today.
One by one members, Dennis Dowling, Alex Rodenbeck, Sarah Flelling, Heather Wilson, and Kelsey Barnett should meet with Ms. Waymeyer before the end of school today.
Everyone is reminded that One by One will host Phil and Rhonda Foley at the week's meeting on Thursday at 7 a.m.
West Central Services will present a pre-prom convocation for juniors and seniors today in the auditorium. Well, because I don't want to be here. You know, if you've noticed the look on my face, it's like, I'm going to kill the camera.
And you know, you really didn't need to tell us that, because we could tell. I was glad to
Juniors and seniors should report by beginning of 6 p.m. today. Dean, when I'm talking, speed it up.
No, go back.
let's have two people go and replace this.
Thank God. I mean,
I don't want to leave.
For the $40 payment, which includes the cost of the bus and the park entry fee, is May 6th. Whoa. Dean, you can't fly, bud. There we go. Let's go. Go down.
Is it?
In attendance, in the attendance office. Deadline for the $40 payment, which includes the cost of the bus and the park entry, is May 6th or when the buses are full. Payment can be made in ISS before or after school.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Spanish Club officers should meet with Mrs. Waymeyer before the end of school today.
One by one members, Dennis Dowling, Alex Rodenbeck, Sarah Flewelling, Heather Wilson, and Kelsey Barnett should meet with Mrs. Waymeyer before the end of school today.
Everyone is reminded that One by One will host Phil and Rhonda Foley at this week's meeting on Thursday at 7 a.m.
I know Phil.
You know? Good
Not
man.
really. West Central Services will present a pre-prom convocation for juniors and seniors today in the auditorium. Juniors and seniors should report to the beginning of 6th period.
Okay, I want you to stop reading for a second. And, Zach, Jake's on the track team. I want you to take a couple of minutes here and just think of some things that you could ask Jake about how the track teams are doing this year. And
Is they doing good? So can I say? I heard track team's doing pretty well this
see
year.
whether you can think on your feet or not.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I ask him questions about the skating situation too?
Once you finish.
Okay.
Are you going out for broadcasting this year? So I was just
Yeah,
wondering.
just be like, hey, is anyone?
Okay.
Okay.
So, Jacob, I hear that track team's doing pretty well this year.
Yeah, we've got a 50-50 record on win-losses, and we're also a pretty young team, mostly sophomores and freshmen, so
Freshman?
pretty good.
Okay. So, how are you doing personally? And what events are
Personally,
you in?
it's my first year in track, and I've gotten a few seconds, and that's about it.
A few seconds. What
Yeah.
are you running?
300 hurdles, and every once in a while I run the 400, but Jared Anton, he's back, and he's running the 100, so tonight's track meet's going to be pretty good.
Very good. Who are you up against tonight?
I think tonight we're going up against Edgewood. We've had a pretty rough history with them, 50-50 win-loss once again, but it should be a good track meet, so everyone should come out tonight. It's at home.
Okay. Try to go to that. Does it take a lot out of you to be in track? Do you have to have high endurance?
It depends. It depends what you do. Hurdles is a lot of form, and it just depends what you do. Some are form, some are. It definitely takes athleticism because it's a sport. But I heard about this skating situation. What's going on there? The janitors are telling you.
Well, I guess in the past they didn't have a problem with us skateboarding here at the high school. And I mean, this is the only, it's Mooresville, small town.
Yeah.
Not many places to skateboard, but We always have a lot of fun here, and just recently they started telling us to go away. They didn't like it, and I don't know what's going on.
Didn't Chuck Munston tell us that any skaters are allowed to, or Mr. Munston as we're supposed to call him, didn't Mr. Munston tell us that we could skate around here, and he said he was for the skaters?
He did it one time. Yeah, they did a story in the Pulse about Mr. Munston, and he said he's a friend of the skater and such, but now he said we can't skate anywhere except in the parking lot, and even then it's just a pass-through, so,
Interesting.
yeah.
It's just,
That's all for today. I'll see you tomorrow.
Good morning, MHS. I'm Chris, and this is Dean, and we'll be bringing your news for today.
Prom tickets we sold through today. Friday, tickets are $25 and checks should be made to Mooresville High School in the exact amount. Seniors will be able to get a special seating at prom starting tomorrow. Seniors can turn in table requests, 10 people to a table, to Rosie McKinney, Miranda McGowan, and Stacy Powell. Any student planning to go to post-prom Kings Island trip should pick up permission slips in the attendance office.
Is he not running that right for you?
What?
Is it running where you want it to be? I'm not watching.
It's okay, I can keep...
Okay.
We were supposed to switch, right?
You're speaking in staccato, all right?
Picasso. Smooth it. Hey, what's up, Lear? How you doing? Hey, what's up?
Continue.
Post-prom tickets will be sold today through Friday. Tickets are $25 and checks should be made payable to Mooresville High School in the exact amount. Seniors will be able to get special seating at prom starting tomorrow. Seniors can turn in table requests, 10 people to a table, to Rose McKinney, Miranda McGowan, and Stacy Powell. Are you going to prom?
I hope.
Yeah, me too.
Any student planning to go on the post-prom Kings Island trip should pick up permission slips in the attendance office. Deadline for the payment, or for the $40 payment, which includes the cost of the bus and the park entry, is May 6th when buses are full. Payment can be made in the ISS room before or after school.
That sounds like fun.
Oh, definitely.
Spanish Club officers should meet with Miss Wainmeyer before the end of school today.
One-by-one members, Dennis Dowling, Alex Rodenbach, Sarah Felling, Heather Wilson, and Kelsey Barnett should meet Mrs. Waymeyer before the end of school today.
They should be having some fun.
Oh, definitely.
Everyone is reminded that One by One will host Phil and Rhonda Foley at this week's meeting on Thursday at 7 a.m.
West Central Services will present a pre-prom convocation for juniors and seniors today in the auditorium. Juniors and seniors should be reporting to the beginning of 6th period.
That sounds like fun. Final group pictures for the yearbook will be taken tomorrow at the following times. Orchestra 3rd period and 4th. Academic team 6th period. Prom steering committee 6th period. Sensation 7th period. Genesis 5th period. Sound image 4th period. And men's choir 5th period. All groups will be photographed in the balcony of the South Gym.
You gotta love those pictures.
Yeah.
There are still plenty of spaces available for summer driver's ed. Anyone interested should pick up an application or an information in the adult education office.
They better not get me driving off down the road.
Stop that for a minute. Dee, I'm going to have you interview Chris about the lunch committee. I think you're on the lunch committee, isn't that right?
Yeah.
Chris, so these are people who are meeting with Mr. Mustard and the cafeteria ladies.
Yes.
And trying to improve the situation for the students. So think up a couple of questions that you can ask him about the progress so far. And Chris, try to expand. Don't just ask.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
All right?
Yeah.
Okay. Go.
So Chris, what's up with the lunch?
I'm here today with Chris Weaver.
Okay, so we're...
Remember? Yeah.
Okay. I'm here with Chris Weaver, a member of the lunch committee. So Chris, what's going on right now?
Right now we're sort of planning stuff out. We're seeing what we need and how we're going to meet those needs and how it'll fit into our budget.
But shouldn't we try and make a little bit more room than what we are planning on?
We've made plans to sort of take out the wall between the middle school and the high school and possibly allow high school students to go over to the middle school and get their food.
But won't that also cause like a disruption?
Possibly. We are trying to schedule it so like the middle school lunches are not at the same time as the high school lunches, and that will help avoid confusion.
What's Mustin think about all this?
I'm not really sure. He's been just sitting back and watching at the past few meetings, just seeing what needs to be done and giving a few comments here and there.
Okay, let's stop that for a second. I love Dean's reaction when he said combining middle school and high school. Dean kind of looked like, and it was perfectly all right then for you to follow up. Won't that cause a problem? You know, always be thinking about what the possibilities are. Okay, now, Chris, let's have you interview Dean. What about Dean? Would you?
We got the whole soccer coach conflict. That's
Oh, yeah.
pretty much about all I can think of right now.
Is he going to the
A
Navy?
little bit about.
Yeah, he left. And he's like a soccer player too.
Yeah. And
So we all kind of know what's going on.
So you'll be able to think some things.
I should be.
Yeah, wonderful.
Okay. Jesse, you go ahead and cue them.
What's your last name?
Cook.
I'm terrible
Just
with
call me Dean.
names.
Just call me Dean or call me
Okay.
by my name or something.
Jesse's gonna cue you.
Oh, wonderful.
Hello, MHS. I'm here with Dean Cook from the Mooresville soccer team, and we're going to be asking him some questions about the coach for next year. Do you currently know which coach will be coaching here at MHS since the former coach has been leaving to go to the Navy?
Really, right now, I haven't heard anything up to the standpoint to where our coach has resigned. That's about all I know right now.
Uh-huh. Did you hear that he was going to be in the Navy, or has he, like, said anything about how he wants to be in the Navy?
And he never mentioned anything. I just heard that he was gonna go into the Navy and he resigned.
Oh, I see. Are you looking for, like, any certain coach, or do you have any in mind, or whatnot, the team?
Well, really, right now, there's nobody that's actually stepped up that I've heard of, but it could be like possibility, probably be a new coach like we did this year.
I see. Whenever you changed from Mike Smith to last year's coach, was there any rough transitions or whatnot?
Yeah, actually there was, because Coach Bolin didn't know us all too well, and he had to get to know us all, know what we could do, where Mike Smith kind of knew what we could do and knew where to put us.
I see. So you're probably going to keep that in mind when changing from, when looking for a new coach, right?
Yeah.
I see.
Okay, that's good. Thank you very much.
Good morning, MHS. It's April 15th, 2003, and we're going to bring you your news today. Prom? What?
Don't look off camera. You looked at me.
Yes, I'm
That's not good.
confused. Go ahead.
But either look at the camera or look at Ashley. Don't look at me.
To me? I looked at you? Oh, my bad.
Okay. Prom tickets will be sold today through Friday. Tickets are $25 and checks should be made out to Mooresville High School in the exact amount. Seniors will be able to get special seatings at the prom starting tomorrow. Seniors can turn in table requests, 10 people to a table, to Rosie McKinney, Miranda McGuire, or Stacy Powell.
Any student planning to go on the post-prom Kings Island trip should pick up permission slips in the attendance office. Deadline for the $40 payment, which includes the cost of the bus and the park entry, is May 6th or when the buses are full. Payment can be made in ISS before or after school.
Spanish club officers should meet with Miss Waymeyer before the end of school today.
1x1 members, Dennis Dowling, Alex Redenbeck, Sarah Flewelling, Heather Wilson, and Kelsey Barnett should meet with Mrs. Waymeyer before the end of school today.
Everyone is reminded that 1x1 will host Phil and Rhonda Foley at this week's meeting on Thursday at 7 o'clock a.m.
West Central Services will present a pre-prom convocation for juniors and seniors today in the auditorium. Juniors and seniors should report by the beginning of 6th period.
The final group pictures for the yearbook will be taken tomorrow, the following times: orchestra, periods 3 and 4, academic team, 6th period, prom steering committee, 6th period, sensations, 7th period, Genesis, 5th period, sound image, 4th period, and men's choir, 5th period.
You need to go back. I missed it, man.
1x1.
You spelled 1x1 wrong. Wow. 1x1 members, Dennis Dowling. I get it now. 1x1 members, Dennis Dowling, Alex Rudnick, Sarah Flingwing, Heather Wilson, and Kelsey Barnett should meet with Mrs. Waymeyer before the end of school today.
Everyone is reminded that 1x1 will host Phil and Rhonda Foley at this week's meeting on Thursday at 7 o'clock a.m.
West Central Services will present a pre-prom convocation for juniors and seniors today in the auditorium. Juniors and seniors should report by the beginning of 6th period.
The final group pictures for the yearbook will be taken tomorrow at the following times: orchestra, periods 3 and 4, academic team, 6th period, prom steering committee, 6th period, sensations, 7th period, Genesis, 5th period, sound image, 4th period, and men's choir, 5th period. All groups will be photographed in the balcony of the South Gym.
There are still plenty of spaces available for the summer driver ed. Anyone interested should pick up information in the adult education office.
The math academic team will meet Thursday immediately after school in the library.
Okay, stop. The other thing I have people do to audition is to interview each other about something to see whether you can think on your feet and be spontaneous. So, Brandon, I know you were on the basketball team. Are you in spring sports?
Nope.
Are you in any other activities?
Sitting on my couch.
That's a good one. I'm involved in that too.
All right, then, James, then basketball is your main activity.
Yeah.
Okay. James, I want you to interview Brandon about playing basketball. See if he started conditioning for next year. See if he goes to summer camp. Just some things like that, off the top of your head, what you can get from him to explain to his audience out here.
Okay. So what do you have to say after last year's basketball season?
Well, we didn't really get together and play together at the beginning of the year, but we kind of came together there at the end and, just started playing as a team. And I think really this summer what we need to do is just get together also as a team, that whoever wants to play, and start practicing and conditioning.
How do you feel about the outlook for next season?
The people that I've talked to that want to play basketball, they have, real good talent about it, and then if we all stick together and play as a team, I think we'll win.
Do you feel that? I don't know what else to say.
What was your record?
Nobody wants to know that.
What was the highlight of the year?
Okay, so what was the highlight of the year?
Does any win stand out as more fun than the rest?
I don't know. We didn't have that many.
There are years like that, I know. I was, when I was in high school, we went 18-3 one year and 3 and 18 the next, after everyone graduated.
Oh, you're good.
I would have run it.
Look at it, dude. I mean, it's kind of shaggy.
Okay.
Dolly made out to Mooresville High School.
In the exact amount, seniors will be able to get special seatings at the prom starting tomorrow. Seniors can turn in table requests, 10 people to a table, to Rosie McKinney, Miranda McGuire, or Stacy Powell.
Any student planning to go on the post-prom Kings Island trip should pick up permission slips in the attendance office. Deadline for the $40 payment, which includes the cost of the bus and park entry, is May 6th or when the bus tickets are full. Payment can be made in ISS before or after school.
Spanish club officers should meet with Miss Weimer before the end of school today.
One by one members, Dennis Dowling, Alex Rodenbeck, Sarah Welling, Heather Wilson, and Kelsey Barnett should meet with Mrs. Waymeyer before the end of school today.
Everyone is reminded that One by One will host Phil and Rhonda Foley at this week's meeting on Thursday at 7 a.m.
Okay, let's stop there. Now let's do the interview. What kind of activity are you two in?
Nothing.
You're not in anything. What are you in, Megan?
I'm trying out for soccer, hopefully.
I don't know what to ask.
Do you work? No. Do you work?
I'm too young,
I used to work.
unfortunately.
Where did you work?
Value Market Meat Department.
Yeah. I go in there sometimes. They have great meat.
Yeah. You were in the meat department
Why
too.
did you quit work?
I don't know. I didn't like it. And it was like messing me up on my schoolwork and stuff.
Okay. So let's have you interview her about, you'll say, today we're here, and you introduce her, and you say, we're going to talk about kids who work. You used to have a job. Can you describe the job you had and ask her why she stopped the
Okay.
job? Okay? Got it?
Okay. We're here today with Jamie Wampner, and we're here to interview people about working in school. I heard that you worked at Value Mart. What type of work did you do?
I worked in the meat department.
Was it fun or?
Yeah, it was fun.
Okay. So did it interfere with your school?
Yeah, I quit it because I was getting behind on my grades, but it was a fun job.
Okay, were you able to bring your grades back up really quick?
Yeah, after I quit.
Okay, like,
How many hours a week were you working with interfering with your school?
20, ask that.
how many hours a week would you work when it interfered?
Like 20, 25.
Did it have you like tired in class to where you wouldn't pay attention and you'd sleep in class?
Yeah, sometimes. It just depends, like how long I would work at night.
Okay, now close it out and say back to
Back to James.
Okay, good to go next.
This is Michael Simpson and Mary, and we're going to be giving you the news today.
Good morning. Prom tickets will be sold today through Friday. Tickets are $25 and checks should be made out to Mooresville High School in the exact amount. Seniors will be able to get special seating at the prom starting tomorrow. Seniors can turn in the table requests, 10 people to a table, to Rosie McKinney, Miranda McGuire, or Stacy Powell.
Any student planning to go on the post-prom Kings Island trip should pick up permission slips in the attendance office. Deadline for the $40 payment, which includes the cost of the bus and the park entry, is May 6th. Or when the buses are full, payment can be made in ISS before or after school.
Spanish club officers should meet with Mrs. Waymeyer before the end of school today.
One by one members, Dennis Dolan, Alex Rodenbeck, Sarah Herring, Helen Wilson, Casey Barnett should meet with Miss Weimer before the end of school today.
Everyone is reminded that One by One will host Phil and Rhonda Foley at this week's meeting on Thursday at 7 o'clock a.m.
West Central Services will present a pre-prom convocation for juniors and seniors today in the auditorium. Juniors and seniors should report by
Beginning of 6th period.
The final group pictures for the yearbook will be taken tomorrow at the following times: Orchestra, period 3 and 4. Academic team, 6th period. Prom steering committee, 6th period. Sensations, 7th period. Genesis, 5th period. Sound image, 4th period. And men's choir, 5th period. All groups will be photographed in the balcony of the South Gym.
There are still plenty of spaces available for summer drivers education. Anyone interested should pick up information in the adult education office.
The math academic team will meet Thursday immediately after school in the library.